Hello, dear DSC candidates. Welcome back to my Grammar for Success channel. I am Quresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In this video, I am going to give you the DSC 2025 Model Question Paper 1. I therefore request all of you to pay a very good attention to this video till the end without skipping it in the middle. I also request all of you to consider subscribing to my channel and also sharing this video with all your friends who are also going to take the DSC examination along with you very shortly. Thank you so much. Now let's get into the video. Model question paper. You know very well, in this question paper, I am going to give you as many as 120 questions. Then this question paper is prepared exclusively in accordance with your syllabus and also in accordance with the question paper pattern. So here you will be given 80 bits from grammar, okay, grammar and content. So from these two things, 80 bits will be given, and for 80 bits 40 marks will be awarded to you. And here and next 40 bits will be given from methodology, okay, and from these 40 bits 20 marks will be given. So these 40 plus 20 altogether 60 marks you are going to get from this subject. And this is the structure, this is the question paper pattern, and I am following this question paper pattern very scrupulously, and therefore I have given 50 grammar bits and 30 content bits, okay, and 40 methodology bits. So in this way 120 questions I am going to give you in this question paper. So I request all of you to solve these 120 questions on your own, and after solving these questions, after answering these questions on a piece of paper, you just go back to the last slides of this video, and there I have mentioned the answers all these 120 questions. And if you have any doubt, please make a mention of it in the comment section, and you can also text me on my WhatsApp number. So I am here ready to answer all of them, and the next day I would like to give you the answers to all these questions. I would like to explain all these questions in the other video. So if at all you have any doubt, you can wait till I upload that video in which I'm going to give you the explanation for all these questions. Okay, now let's move on to take up the questions one by one. Okay, and I just read out the question and also the options, and you please pay a very good attention to all of them. Okay, and you choose the relevant answer, and that is only your job. You know pretty well about that. So you please set the time before you. So you'll be given some 2.5 hours time or 2 hours time, something is given to you. So within that stipulated time, you have to answer all these questions. Of course, first 40 questions will be there. Okay, they are on different aspects. Okay, and from 41 to 160, the questions will pertain to the English subject, English grammar, vocabulary, literary items, literary terms, and content methodology. All such things will fall between 41st question to 160th question. That's why I am beginning this question paper from 41st question onwards. I therefore request all of you to keep all these things in your mind, and you move on along with me in this question paper. And 2 more question papers I am going to upload very shortly, and so that you can have some very good experience, so that you can have some very good idea about the question paper pattern and all that. Okay, and in this question paper I am going to give you very simple and easy questions, so that you can gain some confidence in this subject. Okay, in the second question paper I would like to give you somewhat more difficult questions. In the third question paper I would like to give you both easy and difficult mixed questions. I would like to give you in the third question paper. So that is the pattern I'm adopting. So you can easily answer all of them. I'm damn sure about that, because you have a good command over this subject. And if you don't have any command over certain things, you please watch those videos. I have uploaded videos on grammar, vocabulary, literary aspects, content, and some methodology aspects also. Please watch all of them, and this question paper will be very easy for you. Okay, and now let's move on to take up the questions one by one. 41st question. Choose the word most similar for brief. Okay, for this word you have to choose the similar word. Similar word means, in other words, synonym. So see, in the examination what happens now, they will ask you the question directly, give the synonym for the word brief. That can be the question, or you can also have the question like this: choose the word most similar. Most similar means synonym. That is the meaning. So don't get confused, please. And that's why I'm introducing to you even the style of the questions also, because in the examination the examiner might ask you the questions in this way. Now you go to the options: short, strong, wide, deep. Go to the 42nd question. Choose the word most opposite for polite. Most opposite means, you know very well, antonym. Okay, similar means synonym, opposite means antonym. You know very well. Choose the word most opposite for polite. So what are the options given here? Humble, kind, rude, soft. Okay, now let's move on to other questions. 43rd question. Which pair is a set of homophones? Read, read, book, bookmark, write, write, pen, pencil. 44th question. Choose the correct set of homonyms. Sun, sun, steel, steel, fair, fair, weak, weak. 45th question. Identify the correct hypernym for rose. What are the options given? Tree, herb, flower, plant. So about homonyms, okay, homonyms means homophones and homographs, and hypernyms and hyponyms. All these things I am going to mention in the video in which I am going to explain all these things. Okay, and you move on to the next question. 46th question. Choose the correctly spelled word. Spelled also you can say. Spell, spelled, spelled. These are the forms. You can also say spell, spelt, spelt is also there. So in the examination, the question might be given like this: choose the correctly spelt word or spelled word. Both are the same. Okay, and what are the options given here? Accommodate, 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 accommodate. This is all about accommodate, and you choose the correct spelling of this word. You move on to other questions. 47th question. Choose the correct one word substitute for a person who composes music. Okay, a person who composes music. And here you pay attention: pianist, composer, singer, artist. And 48th question. Choose the correct meaning of the phrasal verb. What is that phrasal verb? Give up. I have mentioned all of them. I have made a video on the phrasal verbs also. Okay, and what are the options given here? To hand over, to surrender, to destroy, to grow. Now you move on to other questions. 49th question. Choose the correct meaning of the idiom. So some idioms are also given to you. Idiomatic expressions. Break the ice. What is the meaning of this idiomatic expression? Options are given like this: to break something, to initiate conversation, to freeze, and to escape. 50th question. Choose the correct completion of the proverb. Some proverb is given, you have to complete that proverb. Half of the proverb is given, the remaining half you have to fill in. What is that? Here you pay attention. A stitch in time, dash, dash, dash. What should be there in this dash? So options are given like this: saves 9, saves 5, makes time, prevents delay. Okay, you move on to other questions. 51st question. Identify the correct prefix for the word legal to show the opposite. What should be added to that word legal to make it an opposite word? Miss, dis, ill, un. You know that very well. You go to the next question, 52nd question. Choose the correct full form of the short form. What is that short form? So here, this is given here. And what is the full form of this short form? You have to choose the full form of the short form, and here options are given like this: every time counted, extra text content, etc., eventual count. So you choose the right one. 53rd question. Choose the correct full form of the abbreviation. What is that abbreviation? UNESCO is given here, and you know very well, this is the elaborated form of this abbreviation: United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, United Network for Educational Services and Common Order, University of National Environmental Services for Culture and Order, United Nations Environment and Social Committee. So one of them is the right one, you have to choose it. And you move on to the 54th question. Choose the correct collocation. Collocation means combination of two words is called a collocation. You know that very well. Strong tea, powerful tea, hard tea, tough tea. What is the correct collocation? Just I'm giving you all easy questions. I have taken every care to give you only some easy questions so that you can be filled with some kind of confidence, okay, that you can perform well in the forthcoming examination. So that kind of confidence I would like to improve in you. That is the motto behind these small and easy questions. Right. You move on to other questions. 55th question. Choose the correct meaning of the phrase. What is that phrase given here? Carpe diem. Carpe diem means what? So here are the options given. Seize the day, live forever, think again, time flies. Okay. And you go to the next question. 56th question. Identify the helping verb in the sentence. She is writing a letter. So in this simple sentence, what is the helping verb? You have to choose the correct one. What are the options given here? She is writing a. What is the helping verb used in this sentence? Right. 57th question. Choose the correct modal verb. You dash finish your homework before playing. What are the options given here? Could, must, might, would. Go to the 58th question. Identify the ordinary verb in the sentence. So what is the sentence given here? They played in the garden. So in this sentence, what is the ordinary verb used? So what are the options given here? They played in garden. So you have to choose the right one. You move on to other questions. 59th question. Choose the correct article. Dash apple a day keeps the doctor away. Options A and D, no article. 60th question. Choose the correct preposition. He is fond dash music. What preposition to be used in this blank? So what are the options given here? In, on, off, at. 61st question. Identify the type of clause in the sentence. I know that she is honest. That is the sentence. And in that sentence, what is the type of clause? What is that type of? Noun clause, adjective clause, adverb clause, main clause. About the clauses also, I have made a video. Please watch that video. Right. And you move on to the next question. To 62nd question. Choose the correct sentence structure. Sentence structure is also very important. Subject, verb, object, etc. And here some sentence is given. He reads, full stop, books, he dot, full stop. He books, reads, full stop. He reads books, full stop. He reads, he books. So these are all the options. You choose the sentence that has got the correct structure. Okay, right. You move on to other questions. 63rd question. Choose the correct degree of comparison. She is the dash girl in the class. Smarter girl in the class, most smart girl in the class, more smart girl in the class, smartest girl in the class. You know the correct degrees of comparison. If you don't know the degrees of comparison, on this also I have made a wonderful video. Please watch that. Right. You move on to the next question. 64th one. Choose the correct expression for apologizing formally. You have to apologize to somebody. So how to apologize to that person? So here are the options given. I'm sorry, man. Do you say, I'm sorry, man? Sorry, buddy. Do you say, sorry, buddy? No. I apologize for the inconvenience. My bad. So you choose the right one. You move on to other questions. 65th question. Choose the correct question tag. You know very well about this question tag. If you don't know anything about the question tag, I have made a beautiful video on that. Watch it. She can dance well, dash. What question tag to be used in this blank? Options are given like this. Can't she? Does she? Didn't she? Can she? Right. You move on to the next question. 66th one. Identify the type of sentence. So some sentence is given here. You have to identify this type of sentence. Please open the door. Okay. Some please sentence is given. Then what is that sentence called? Exclamatory sentence, imperative sentence, declarative sentence, interrogative sentence. Okay. 67th question. Choose the improved version of the sentence. He not coming to class. So this sentence is there. Okay, you have to improve that. How? Some options are given here. He no coming to class. He isn't coming to class. He don't coming to class. He wasn't come to class. 68th question. Choose the correct indirect speech. All these things you know very well. If you don't know about the indirect speech, elaborately and exhaustively, I have made a beautiful video on this indirect speech. Please watch it. Okay, and you pay attention to this. He said, I am tired. So that is the direct speech. And what is the indirect speech? He said he was tired. He says he was tired. He said I was tired. He told that he tired. So write that. You choose the right one. You move on to other questions. 69th question. Choose the passive voice. On this voice also, I have made a wonderful video. Please, if time permits you, you watch it. The cat chased the mouse. Okay. That is the sentence, and the passive voice of the sentence is given here. You choose the right one. The mouse was chased by the cat. The cat was chased by the mouse. The mouse has chased the cat. The mouse is chasing the cat. 70th question. Choose the correct tense. So on tenses also, I have made so many videos. Please watch that. By next week, they dash the work. Okay. Will finish, have finished, will have finished, finished. You can easily do that because by next week's signal is there. So when that signal is there, what tense is to be used in that blank? I have made all these things very, very clear in my videos. So please, if time permits you, there are, I have made so many videos, okay, on tenses, okay, very, you can please watch all of them. Right. You move on to other questions. 71st question. Choose the correct verb. Neither of the boys dash present. What to be used in that blank? Are, were, is, have. 72nd question. Choose the correct word order. Correct word order. On the word order also have made a video. Always she is late. Okay. This sentence is not in the correct order. So here she is always late. Always is she late. She always late is. Is she late always? So you choose the right one. 73rd question. Identify the part of speech. On this part of speech also I have made a beautiful video. If time permits you, you please try to watch it. Okay. And here she sang sweetly. So about the sweetly, he is asking you this question. And here, is it an adjective? Is it a verb? Is it a noun? Is it an adverb? So here he is asking you to choose the part of speech of this word sweetly, right? 74th question. Choose the correct linker. Linker means again a conjunction. What is the correct linker? Linker is a modern name given to the conjunctions. You know very well. He is rich, dash, unhappy. So what are the options given here? And, but, so, are. Okay. 75th question. Choose the correctly transformed sentence. Transformed means changed sentence. She is too weak to walk. So this is a to sentence, and you know how to change the to sentence into so that sentence. Okay, that's very easy and very interesting. So here some statement is given. She is very weak that she can walk. She is so weak that she cannot walk. She is not strong and can walk, and she is too strong to walk. So four options are given. You choose the right one for this sentence. Right. Now the 76th question. Identify the grammatical error. So some grammatical errors are also mentioned here. He go to school every day. So there is some grammatical error. So you have to find it out. Okay. What is that? Go to every school. Where is the grammatical error? You choose it. 77th question. Choose the correctly punctuated sentence. Punctuations also there. On punctuation also, I have made a video. Okay. He said, I am fine. He said, I am fine. He said, I am fine. So here you see the punctuation marks. He said, comma, quotation marks begin, I am fine, full stop, quotation marks down. He said, quotation marks begin, I am fine, full stop, quotation marks down. So like that, you just look at the sentences along with the punctuation marks, and you find that sentence in which all the punctuation marks are correctly used. Okay, and you go to the 78th question. Identify the type of writing. So what is this writing called? Okay, here you pay attention. Once upon a time there lived a fox. What is this writing? What kind of writing is this? Okay, is it a letter? Is it a report? Is it a story? Is it a diary? You know that very well. You have to choose the right one. These are all very simple and easy questions for you. I think you can easily answer all of them. Now you move on to other questions. 79th question. Choose the correct dictionary skill. What is the correct dictionary skill? What helps to find pronunciation in a dictionary? How do you find the pronunciation in a dictionary? So here options are given: guide words, phonetic symbols, illustrations, word origin. Okay. So how do you find the pronunciation of a word in the dictionary? So you know very well, and it's a very general question. It's a simple question, right? And here 80th question: identify the correct stress pattern. What is the stress pattern? On stress also some video is there. Okay, in the description of the video I'm going to give you the links of various important videos. Okay, so please you can just click on that link and that will take you to that video. Okay, I'm trying to do that today. Okay, right. And identify the correct stress pattern, and here you pay attention: photograph. So this is the word. So how to stress it now? Photograph, 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 photograph. So this is stress. This is stress. Where to give stress in this word photograph? Okay, photography is different, photographer is different. So in the photography and in the photographer, the second syllable receives the stress, whereas in the photograph, what happens? You just check it and you do that. Some rules were also given to you. Please, on stress or accent, whatever you can call it. So I have made a beautiful video. You follow that. Okay, you just move on to other questions. 81st question. Answer the question based on the passage. Some small passage is given because I cannot give a lengthy passage. Already, it is running to 60, 70 slides, and that's why, I'm not giving you the passage. So the sun sets in the west. It's a small passage. So the small passage, basing on this, some question is asked. Here you pay attention. What is the direction of sunset? What is the direction of sunset? So here you pay attention: east, west, north, south. You know that very simple. Only for an idea's sake I have given you this question. And you go to the next question. 82nd question: identify the literary movement associated with Wordsworth. Okay, literary movements and literary romantic movement, Victorian movement, modernist movement, Renaissance movement. So these are all the options. You choose the Wordsworth belongs to which movement. You know pretty well about that. 83rd question: which of the following is a stanza form with 4 lines? Couplet, tercet, quatrain, sestet. All these things also you know very well. I have made a video on this also. Right. You move on to the next question. 84th question: what figure of speech is used in? Okay, on figure of speech also I have made a video. Please try to watch that video. And he is as brave as a lion. Okay, he is as brave as a lion. So this is not the question mark, please. This is the statement given here. And what figure of speech is lying in this sentence? Okay, and here you pay attention: metaphor, simile, irony, apostrophe. 85th question: life is a journey is an example of simile, metaphor, personification, synecdoche. 86th question: identify the rhyme scheme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So here, star, are. Okay, that's the rhyme scheme. And here you choose the right one: A, AB, 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 A, B, B. You know that very well. Such a simple question. Okay, right. You go to other questions. 87th question: the term mock epic refers to, you should know the literary terms. What is this mock epic? And here options are given like this: a short lyrical poem. Is it a short lyrical poem? A humorous imitation of an epic? A tragedy? A heroic novel? 88th question: choose the correct word order. Again, on word order, one more question is also posed, and here you pay attention. Beautiful is the sky. Okay, beautiful is the sky. This is not in the order. The sky is beautiful. Beautiful, the sky is the sky beautiful? Sky beautiful is. Okay, some sentence are given in a jumbled manner, and you choose the sentence in which the order of the words is correct. Right. 89th question: choose the correct transformation. Transformation, change. Okay, no other boy in the class is as tall as John. This is the second method you know very well. On degrees of comparison also, I have made a very wonderful video. Please, exhaustively I have taught about the degrees of comparison. Okay, so every method is there, everything is there in that. If you just watch that video, you can understand all about the method 1, method 2, method 3, method 4, whatever. There are so many things I have mentioned. You please watch that video. Okay, right. And no other boy in the class is as tall as John. Okay, and here you pay attention. And John is taller than any other boy in the class. John is the shortest boy in the class. John is not the tallest boy. John is one of the tallest boy. Which of these sentences conveys the meaning of this? You have to choose that one, right? The last question, this is being given on grammar, vocabulary, what is the literary terms and all that. So identify the adjective in the sentence. So here he is asking you to identify the dress. She wore a red dress. Okay, here, or red she dress. Such a simple question. Because in the first model question paper only, if I give you very tough questions, you might become nervous, you might become disappointed, and you might think that the forthcoming examination, the forthcoming question paper would also be as difficult as this one. So that danger is there. That's why now I have tried my best to give you very simple and easy questions in the first model question paper. Okay, right. Okay, you move on to the other questions. And from 91 onwards, I'm going to give you some questions on content, prose lessons, poetry, short stories, novels, dramas. On all of them, I have given you as many as 30 questions. Okay, and you pay attention to this 91st question. Who wrote Where the Mind is Without Fear? William Wordsworth, Rabindranath Tagore, Robert Frost, or W. Emerson. 92nd question. What does the cloud primarily represent? Hope and faith, power and destruction, the cycle of nature, the wrath of gods. 93rd question. In the nation's strength, what is described as the real strength of a nation? Wealth, military power, brave men, historical legacy. 94th question. Palanquin Bearers is a poem filled with humor, irony, graceful imagery, satirical tone. 95th question. What is the central theme of the road not taken? War and peace, nature's beauty, choices in life, revenge. 96th question. A slumber did my spirit seal was written by Robert Frost, Oli Soyinka, William Wordsworth, or W. Emerson. 97th question. The poem Telephone Conversation deals with the issue of technology, racism, friendship, patriotism. 98th question. The Night of the Scorpion highlights Western medicine, rural superstitions, modern science, political revolution. 99th question. In Off Studies, Bacon emphasizes the importance of action over words, travel and exploration, reading and learning, meditation. 100th question. Emerson's essay, Self-Reliance promotes dependence, conformity, individualism, imitation. 101. The novel Animal Farm is an allegory about American Revolution, World War II, Russian Revolution, French Revolution. 102. Swami and Friends is set in which fictional town? Madurai, Malgudi, Mangalore, Mysore. 103. Who is the protagonist in Animal Farm? Napoleon, Boxer, Snowball, all of the above. You know this Animal Farm very well. 104th question. What genre is Twelfth Night? Tragedy, comedy, history, farce. 105th question. In the importance of being earnest, who pretends to be earnest? Jock, Algernon, Lady Bracknell, Gwendolen. 106th question. Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Earnest mainly satirizes Romanticism, Victorian social conventions, the military educational system. 107th question. The story the bet discusses freedom versus captivity, value of money, power struggle, class conflict. 108th question. The twist in after 20 years is revealed by the old friend, a police officer, the narrator, a stranger. 109th question. The thief is a story about justice, patriotism, reform and trust, religion. 110th question. Ruskin Bond's writing is known for war themes, urban settings, simplicity and emotion, futuristic ideas. 111th question. In the cloud, the speaker claims to bring sunshine, rain and thunder, snow and cold, darkness. 112th question. A slumber did my spirit seal reflects on political change, death and immortality, superstition, natural disaster. 113th question. Who is the main character in Swami and Friends? Mani, Rajam, Swaminathan, Somu. 114th question. Animal farm uses which type of characters? Aliens, robots, animals, ghosts. 115th question. The theme of self-reliance is closest to patriotism, individualism, teamwork, friendship. 116th question. Palanquin bearers portrays the movement as burdensome, graceful and light, mechanical, energetic. 117th question. What literary device is used in the Night of the Scorpion? Simile, metaphor, irony, alliteration. 118th question. What is the genre of the bet? Horror, science fiction, philosophical fiction, romance. 119th question. In Off Studies, Bacon suggests that reading makes one proud, makes a full man, is harmful, is wasteful. 120th question. Who kills a snowball in animal farm? Napoleon, Squealer, dogs on Napoleon's orders, Pilkington. Right. With this, the 80 questions are over. They are all based on grammar, vocabulary, literary aspects, literary terms and all that thing, plus content. So 80 questions are given like this, and afterwards 40 questions are given on methodology. 40 questions carry 20 marks. Okay, half mark for every question. 80 questions means 80 halves the 40 marks, and 40 questions means 40 halves the 20. So like that, only half a mark you are going to get for this answer. Half a mark. 80 questions, 40 marks, 40 questions, 20 marks. Now I am going to give you questions on methodology. Please, that is very, very important for you, I think. Now let's move on to look at the questions from the methodology. English methodology. 121st question. What is the primary aim of teaching English as a second language? To develop translation skills, to foster communication ability, to memorize grammar rules, to write literary essays. 122nd question. Which of the following is not a language skill? Listening, speaking, memorizing, writing. 123rd question. The principle of learning by doing is emphasized in grammar translation method, direct method, structural approach, communicative language teaching. 124th question. Phonetic transcription represents sounds of speech, grammar rules, punctuation, vocabulary, meanings. 125th question. A lesson plan should not include objectives, activities, student hobbies, assessment. 126th question. Teaching grammar inductively means explaining rules first, letting students discover rules from examples, giving definitions, memorizing grammar tables. 127th question. Remedial teaching is meant for, very important question, bright students, teachers, average students, students with learning gaps. 128th question. Curriculum differs from syllabus in that is also an important question. What is that? Syllabus is broader. Curriculum includes values and attitudes. Syllabus includes extracurricular activities. Curriculum is fixed while syllabus is not. Okay. 129th question. Which method focuses on reading and translating texts? Audiolingual method, direct method, grammar translation method, communicative method. 130th question. Which of these is a receptive skill? Receptive, receiving. Speaking, reading, writing, role playing. 131st question. Vocabulary should be taught without context, with dictionary meanings only, in isolation, in meaningful context. 132nd question. Evaluation in English language learning includes only grammar tests, continuous and comprehensive assessment, only oral tests, end of year exams only. 133rd question. Which of these is not an objective of teaching English? To communicate, to develop literature analysis, to improve scientific knowledge, to develop language skills. 134th question. Listening skill can be developed through reading aloud, watching silent films, writing exercises, listening to audio texts. Simple questions, these are all. Even if you don't know methodology, you can easily answer these questions. Now you move on to other questions. 135th question. Structural approach focuses on important vocabulary building, teaching literary texts, grammar rules only, mastery of sentence patterns. 136th question. Phonology deals with sounds of language, meaning of words, sentence formation, vocabulary building. 137th question. Which is not a type of lesson plan? Skill based, content based, duration based, objective based. 138th question. Teaching material should be imported from other countries, teacher centered only, outdated, age appropriate and engaging. 139th question. Communicative language teaching encourages grammar memorization, real life communication, translation, only written expression. 140th question. What is a minimal pair in phonetics? Two unrelated words, words with different stress, words differing by only one sound, words with the same spelling. 141st question. A well-structured curriculum should include only language activities, learning objectives, content and evaluation, classroom seating arrangements, only reading exercises. 142nd question. Which of these is a productive skill? Listening, reading, speaking, watching videos. 143rd question. Lesson planning helps in wasting class time, avoiding student questions, organizing teaching effectively, focusing on unrelated topics. 144th question. Use of flashcards and charts are examples of verbal materials, visual aids, assessments, homework. 145th question. Communicative competence includes language use in context, listening and writing only grammar skills, memorization of rules. 146th question. Pronunciation is best taught through silent reading, dictation, listening and speaking practice, spelling tests. 147th question. Textbooks are important because they replace teaching, are the only learning source, or decorative, guide learning systematically. 148th question. Listening, speaking, reading and writing are non-language skills. 4 core language skills. Teaching tools, optional methods. 149th question. One key objective of teaching English in schools is to promote mother tongue, focus on exams, develop communication skills, avoid interaction. 140th question. Language structures refer to building materials, sentence and grammar patterns, listening materials, writing instruments. 151st question. Continuous evaluation helps in tracking progress over time, final exam preparation only, avoiding assessments, selecting textbooks. 152nd question. The direct method avoids use of English, native language, role plays, visual aids. 153rd question. A phoneme is a punctuation mark, a letter in the alphabet, the smallest unit of sound, a grammar rule. 154th question. Curriculum framing depends on politics, cultural needs and learner goals, textbook availability, school fees. 155th question. The audio lingual method emphasizes translation, literature reading, repetition and drills, free writing. 156th question. An ideal teaching material should be rigid, should meet learners' needs, must be costly, should confuse students. 157th question. Grammar should be taught in a monotonous way, without explanation, in context, through memorization. 158th question. Use of ICT in language teaching helps in reducing workload only, engaging students interactively, eliminating books, banning speaking. 159th question. The last but one question in this question paper is one advantage of lesson planning is confusing students, unorganized teaching, clear direction for teaching, ignoring curriculum. And the last question here is 160th question. Teaching vocabulary through games is ineffective, time wasting, encouraging and helpful, boring. Okay, with this question paper will come to an end. Now I'm going to give you the answers for all these 160 questions. You just look at the answers. These are all the answers for the questions from 41 to 51. These are all the answers for the questions from 52 to 60. These are all the answers for the questions from 61 to 71. These are all the answers for the questions from 72 to 82. These are all the answers for the questions from 83 to 90. And these are all the answers for the questions from 91 to 101. These are all the answers for the questions from 102 to 111. These are all the answers for the questions from 112 to 120. So with this one set is over, 80 questions, 80 bits are over. And now I'm going to give you the answers for the 40 methodology questions. These are all the answers for the questions from 121 to 130. These are all the answers for the questions from 131 to 141. These are all the answers for the questions from 142 to 152. These are all the answers for the questions from 153 to 160. With this first model question paper will come to an end. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hello, dear DSC candidates. Thank you so much for watching this first DSC model question paper. Okay, this model question paper is prepared very strictly in accordance with the syllabus and also in accordance with the question paper pattern. And if you have any problem in understanding the questions I have given in this video, please make a mention of it in the comment section. And first of all, you try to answer all these questions on your own. Try to answer all these questions on a piece of paper and check your answers with the answers that I have given at the end of this video. Okay, please do that and check whether you have scored very good marks or not. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ వెయ్యింగ్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్. నిన్ను నువ్వే తరాజులో పెట్టుకొని జోక్కోవడం లాంటిది అన్నట్టుది. సో యు ఆర్ వెయ్యింగ్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ బై అటెంప్టింగ్ దిస్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్, బై ఆన్సరింగ్ దీస్ క్వశ్చన్స్, బై సాల్వింగ్ దిస్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్. ఓకే, and with the video of explanation of all these questions, I shall be back to you. Until then, bye, see you all of you.